evening, YouTube. Wow, that was very... This is what happens when you have too much energy in your system and you go live, and this is the first video you do in the day. But anyway, good evening, everybody on YouTube, and welcome to another... Wow, I have something in my eye. Believe this? Every time a live show happens, something happens to me. And welcome to another Dark Avenger Live. This is the show where myself and Mike sit down and talk with you guys about the stuff that's gone on during the week.
Yep.
Our thoughts on things, more things, and most importantly, things. And speaking of things, we should really talk about the Doctor Strange trailer that dropped this week. That's a perfect way, I think, to open up the show so everybody can get in, get settled. Hello, DN, and hello, Tevya. And just, everybody gets in, people come in. Whenever you say there's a live show at a certain time, I notice it takes people about 10, 15 minutes. Everybody likes to be fashionably late. We know I'm a fashionably late person. I am too chipper today.
Very. You should stop.
I'm trying to figure out why, though.
You have, like, a little thing sticking out over there.
I don't think that's why. So, anyway... Doctor Strange, I was not going to watch Doctor Strange. That was going to be one of the second Marvel movies I chose to skip because I wasn't going to watch the Ant-Man. Thank you. I was going to watch Ant-Man. No, Tevya, there's no opinion. I didn't get that book yet. I will be, though.
Yeah, we didn't get any books today. Congrats
that you got it, though. We're going to actually be getting all of those books that we missed out on. Maybe even try Teen Titans on Earth 1. Remember, I told you I had that list of books that I wanted to buy at one point.
You told me.
For mail time, maybe. No spoilers. They'll all be mixed in. Anyway, damn, that trailer was so good. Damn, I was not expecting to like it. I was like, okay, I didn't like Ant-Man. I was right about Ant-Man. Everybody liked it, but for the most part, Ant-Man was Ant-Man. But damn, this trailer was good.
And the actor who's playing Doctor Strange is like spot on. I mean,
did you ever watch The Venture Brothers?
Venture Brothers.
Brothers.
Isn't that
where it's the two brothers? Swim? Yes, it was on Adult Swim. It was like
The Venture Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I watched them
with Brock Sampson, who has the voice of Joe.
Oh yeah, Joe Swanson and everything. Yeah, I remember that.
A lot of people were making fun of Doc Strange, putting the picture next to the magician from Venture Brothers.
Oh my God!
I see the future. Tried Earth 1, Teen Titans. It wasn't really good, but that's just my opinion. I've been told to try it. New York was floating over New York. It's very strange. I agree. It was really good though. I got Wonder Woman Earth 1, but haven't unwrapped it yet.
But the part about the trailer was like all the effects. Like it was
Ryan Orpheus voice is Doctor Strange's real voice. Oh, thank you. Okay.
Yeah, but the effects that they did in the trailer, like, oh my God, it was like jaw dropping. Like there was spinning stuff, there was stuff sideways.
Well, that's what Deanne just said. Deanne just said that we had
but this takes effects to a whole new level. And the thing that really got me was the ending. You see just the red cape, but nothing else in the front. Like, like the official thing, because it says November of 2016. And that's like...
I think November is going to be pretty big.
And speaking of trailers, there was another trailer that was revealed this week, which was the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
That was last week.
I thought it was this week.
Was it last weekend?
No, it was this week, wasn't it?
Was it Monday?
I think it was Monday.
Alan, when was the Turtle trailer drop? You're the one that shared it with us.
Purple ooze and stuff.
But a lot of people aren't for the Turtles, and I can understand why. I wasn't for the very first Turtle movie either, and that's mostly due to Michael Bay. And unfortunately, Michael Bay and Megan Fox, I don't understand how people find her hot or attractive. I don't.
Maybe it's just the people who play as April, like the girls who play as April, they immediately find them, that way. I mean, it could be that, but April is...
I really appreciate that they didn't show off a villain. I think we should be surprised. I agree, DM. We should be surprised. Last week, thank you, Alan. Tevye, it couldn't have been yesterday.
What, the trailer? No,
it couldn't have been. Yesterday was Doctor Strange's... No, and it wasn't yesterday either. 2 days ago was Doctor Strange's trailer.
Yeah. But I think that the purple ooze about the whole thing of turning mutants into humans...
Humans and mutants.
Oh, is it?
I think it makes better sense because if you think about it, the green ooze turn the turtles into mutants. So logically, you can't say the green ooze can do everything. So you make a different ooze that can turn humans into mutants and mutants that were turned by the green ooze into mutants into humans, which is weird because that means if you got a turtle, well, that's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. Let's say, okay, you took a lizard, you hit him with the green ooze, turned him into a mutant, and then you hit him with the purple goo, you turn him human.
Right.
That's kind of weird though.
That's like evolution.
It's like you can
at a whole new
it's
level.
like you can literally turn all animals on the planet basically into humans.
Survival of the fittest, Chris. Survival of the fittest.
I wonder what a fox, if you took a fox, a female fox, and hit her with the mutagen, and then you also hit her with the human, what kind of human she'd look like?
I do not know.
I'm actually very curious.
Let's not harm anything.
Aliplex is a really sexy female wolf character or fox character in the comic book. That's all I'm saying.
I think we should.
Any opinion on my audition? Nope, no opinion because this is Dark Avenger Live, not Comic Frontline Live, Tevye. So, yeah.
But I think that this movie with Bebop and Rocksteady, I mean, we have Sheamus.
That's DN actually just said, let's be honest, Bebop and Rocksteady are the only two reasons to give this sequel the time of day. Yes, DN, but I also have to say Krang and Dimension X.
Oh, and Casey Jones, the one that's played.
No, don't say that, DN. Megan Fox is not the answer to the Fox question. Because screw Megan Fox. Oh, ruined my... I don't even want to see it now anymore.
And Stephen Amell playing Casey Jones.
Hey, what's up, Justin?
Also, Casey Jones.
Yes, that's right. Stephen Amell is playing Casey Jones. I'm kind of a little upset, though, that they didn't go with the long hair. Because Casey Jones has long hair.
Well, not really. I mean, well, sometimes, but...
All the time.
Well, didn't they want to make it a little different? And the guy who's playing Shredder is spot on.
Yes, the real Shredder is spot on. I have the new Krang toy. I saw you have it, Alan. It's a really cool toy. I might actually end up getting it. I might get it. There was an official TMNT Krang toy that ran about $100.
Are you
and the only reason, this is the 90s Krang with the chest, the stomach lights up. It lights up.
Oh, lights up.
It lights up also. It was like an official collector's edition figure. And the only reason I didn't get it, the 90s had it. The only reason I didn't get it was just too expensive at the time. I mean,
well, yeah,
couldn't do it. Speaking of TMNT, any opinions on the crossover with 2012 Turtles and 1980s Turtles? Didn't see that yet. Judd Nelson would have made a perfect Casey Jones back in the 80s. Yes, he actually would have.
I actually saw it on a little trailer thing.
We saw the trailer. I could talk about the trailer, but that's about it.
Yeah, because we had two Turtles, like the Turtles from the Nickelodeon meeting with the 90s Turtles.
Yep.
Same voice actors from the 90s, and just seeing them in the 3D.
Two of them in 3D. The other two stayed in their world.
Well, yeah.
The other two.
But just seeing them was just amazing. Even Michelangelo, he's always my favorite turtle.
Who doesn't like Michelangelo? He was
I just don't like what
he was
in Nickelodeon.
He was the stereotypical surfer dude back in the 80s.
Yeah, surf's on, dude.
Okay, let's get this out of the way real quick. Yes, Tevye. Why are you doing that, Alan? Yes, Tevye, you were right about Killing Joke being rated R. Now, that being said, don't brag about it. LOL. Yeah, this bothers me, and let's talk about this. Thank you for bringing up the subject, Alan. Now, all of the animated DC movies up to this point have been PG-13, PG-16, and anybody in the comments, if I am wrong, correct me. And good for you, Tevye, that you actually said this before everybody else. I think it's wrong to move up to rated R. Now, The Killing Joke is where Barbara Gordon, we all know this who've read the comic, is where Barbara Gordon gets assaulted by the Joker. She gets shot in the spine, and she no longer can walk. Where this harkens a rated R... See, I don't understand why they had to go the route of rated R. If Under the Red Hood, which was pretty dark, was rated PG-13, if other Batman, like if Suicide Squad, Batman v Suicide Squad, which we still have to get that Blu-ray, by the way, if that was PG-13, why? I love how DN's like, not even 3 seconds, Alan. Exactly.
I don't know. I mean, they've been changing rating systems,
It bothers me that, okay, Deadpool's movie was rated R, and
well,
people...
That's understandable. What?
Tevya, you're wrong, and I'm explaining why you're wrong. So listen. Ever since Deadpool's movie, which was rated R, and a lot of people, and I could be wrong too, maybe all the freaky torture carnival stuff Joker does to Captain Gordon, Commissioner Gordon, that's a possibility. Ever since Deadpool's rated R movie, now they're talking about a rated R version of Batman v Superman. Now we've got the rated R version of Batman, The Killing Joke. It's like, it doesn't... Comic books and comic characters are meant for kids. The movie's fine. If that's how it's going to go with movies, whatever. Parents are going to take their kids to see it regardless anyway. Brant was mentioning there was a little kid in the audience behind him watching the movie when he was watching. Jeremy said that there was a boy crying when what happened to Superman at the end of the movie happened. We all know what happened by now. He died. So my issue here is animated stuff is for kids. Why? And Watchmen doesn't count either, Tevya, because Watchmen was a rated R book to begin with. If you bought the single issues or if you bought the trade paperback like a lot of us, like I did, it's actually a mature read comic book. So it makes sense that it's a mature movie. Just like Deadpool's a mature read comic, it's a mature movie. When it comes to Batman and Joker, and especially animated movies, my parents 15 years ago... Oh, wait. I have a bigger question. What parents will buy this for their kids? Because this is not a storyline for them. And then DN said, my parents 15 years ago, Alan. Our mom would have bought it too. Because, okay, let me finish one point and then we'll go into the other. This is an animated movie. It should not be beyond a PG-13 rating because all of the animated universe is truly made first and foremost for young watchers, and then obviously there are mature tones for the older viewers, but it's in small bursts so that us older viewers will understand it, and the younger viewers it'll just go right over their head. You have no idea how many things that were done in comic books in the 80s that completely went over my head until I watched them back, and I'm like, did he just make that kind of reference? Because when you're a kid, you don't understand references. Now, as far as what DN with the parents, our mother raised us very open. She was very, she always was honest with us, and we knew the ways of the world. And she made sure that we were well informed, and that she made sure what we watched on TV we understood was for TV. What we played in video games was from video games, and it's not something that you do. You do. So that's why when. What game was it? Oh God, it was in my head. Grand Theft Auto came out, and people were beating up old women and hurting people because they saw that in the game. Michael and I played the game, and that never crossed our minds once. Watching these movies, the thought of violence never crosses our minds once. It's all depending on how you're raised. If you have good parents that teach you the right type of morals, like obviously DN's parents, yes, you can buy a movie that's rated R because not for really young kids, but for older kids like 15, 16, 17, you can do that for. Maybe even 14 a little bit. But when it comes to stuff like that, if the parents raise their children right, then it's the rated system doesn't matter. Now, if there's nudity, that's a different story. But if it's just because of the content, if you're raised by good parents and the parents know how to raise their children, it shouldn't be an issue then. If it's like just rated R because there's some freaky, crazy violence in it, as long as the kids understand that it's just for the cartoon and not to, do stuff like that at home, then that's what it was. My parents had a 70. And DN's parents had guns. I don't believe in guns. Reasons why Deadpool made lots of money. Only reason why we're getting this rated R. Exactly. Well, the sales for DC Comics animated movies haven't been doing as well as maybe. This is Tevya, by the way. Good thing to increase the market for these greater movies. No, because I don't think the market's going to change, Tevya, because of the rating system. Batman Arkham Knight was M-rated. Again, Tevia, when it comes to video games, it's different because parents should be aware of what their children are playing and what their children are watching. And when it comes to the rated M thing, there was no nudity in Batman Arkham Knight. There were a lot of extreme situations in Arkham Knight, which hearken to maybe parents paying attention to the game before giving it to little kids. My parents taught me to be good and do the right thing. That's what our mom did. Our mom did exactly the same thing. Not a gun. Typo. I'll explain in a minute. Oh, okay. Never mind then. DN doesn't have a gun. Maybe if they put the sleeves on their Blu-ray box, Chris knows what I'm talking. You know, I'm upset still that Blu-ray came without its slipcase. I'm upset about that. I think the rating system is broken. The rating system is not broken. People are not paying attention to the rating system anymore, Tevia. More and more people are like, you know what? It is what it is. Our kids are going to watch it no matter what, so at least let's be there for them to watch it. And that's not completely true. I don't feel that way with Tommy. With Tommy, I have him growing up right now on Disney. Would I ever let him watch Batman v Superman? Not for the next 10 years, I don't think so. And even then, I might not. Would I let Tommy play Grand Theft Auto? No. Not for a very, 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 very long time. First-person shooters. As he gets older, it's going to happen where his friends are playing these games, and it's going to be unpreventable for me to keep him away from games like that. He can only be on Nintendo for so long before his friends who have cool parents are talking about Call of Duty or stuff like that. So in this case, I'm just going to make sure that my son is very well aware of the world and of games. Tommy's going to learn who Stitch is before Batman. Absolutely. And when it comes to the first-person shooters, I'm going to make sure that I'm there with him when when we do get into that phase of his gaming life. And I'm going to make sure that, he understands what reality and what fiction is. Speaking of DC comics, animated movies, any opinion on Justice League versus Teen Titans? Tevi, you must have asked. You did. You asked this on Tuesday. We just got it. I still have to watch Batman Bad Blood. The only thing I know and that I saw was the credits, that scene after the credits, and I thought that was pretty cool, and it definitely sets up for another Teen Titan movie. Other than that, I have nothing to say to that, really. I'll be back in a few. Okay, Justin. So, honestly, I have no opinion on it yet. Oh, they're going to be talking about it this Wednesday on Media Madness. Thank you, Alan. So they'll be talking about the movie in depth on Media Madness. I probably won't have watched it by then either because I'll probably have just finished Batman Bad Blood because me and Brant actually have to do a video on that at some point. But yeah, no, I don't think the rating system's broken again. I just think people need to pay more attention to it and stop letting kids grow up. Oh, 70s style. My parents had a 70s style of parenting, i.e., you'll figure it out someday. To most forms of entertainment, but a 90s helicopter parent views towards everything else. Oh, wow. Interesting. Our mom just explained everything to us. I can't catch every Media Madness. Well, that's where they're going to be talking about it, Tevya, and I won't be watching this movie until after Batman Bad Blood, and Brant and I do a video reviewing that. So that's going to be the only place that you can catch it. Our mom was very protective of us, but at the same time, she didn't hold us so tightly that we'd want to run away as soon as we turned 18. That's when you watch YouTube videos after. All right, I'm not reading the rest of that, but yeah. So that was a rant. That was a bit of a rant. Okay. Yep. Coming back from that now. Star Fox was delayed, I believe, unless I read it wrong. I believe that Star Fox was actually supposed to come out this week. Wasn't it? Today. Also, we did hear a few of your comments. Alan was a viewable comment. A few other people mentioned it to me that you guys want to see more of. Well, grab the figure so I can show it. But you guys wanted to see more of, speaking of the haul video, more of Nintendo World. So Michael and I are actually going to try to grab some more of the figures from Nintendo World of Nintendo. We'll be doing them sporadically. They'll be showing up.
And there's a debate about that figure.
And there's a whole bunch of other figures that still are in the line that we didn't get. Yes, I know there's a Link. I will probably get Link. There are also 20-inch figures, which some of them are harder to find than more than others, but we'll see. You want to see the Metroid? I've got good news for you then, Alan. Metroid, this is the gravity suit Metroid. There's a regular Metroid, and then there is a metallic Metroid, which is not rare because I found it on Amazon for $20. It's just $10 more because it's metallic. So we'll get some Metroid in there. As we move off of Killing Joke, Tevye asks, speaking of Killing Joke, if this movie succeeds, do you think that we are going to get to see more R-rated DC comic animated movies? No, I think that there'll be a mixture. Justice League vs. Teen Titans was good, but it kind of annoying if you attach to the 2003 Titans show. Yeah, well, I erase everything when it comes to DC now, and I take everything from its own universe. So I don't, but I love the Teen Titans from 2003. I really did. Metroid Prime, we have the game. I don't believe there's a Metroid Prime Nintendo World figure. There's a what do you call those figures? The ones that are, no, the ones that we got recently,
what are you talking about?
The Kai Art ones, the ones like Mario.
Oh,
and starts with an F. I can't remember off the top of my Figuarts. It's a Figuarts Samus.
Yeah.
And it's very expensive. Figuarts figures are pretty expensive, except the Marios. They were only about $25, which was really nice. I'm attached to the 2003 Teen Titans show. Two way better than the heart. I agree. Teen Titans Go. That Tevye, wow, this is the first thing I think I'm completely agreeing with you on. But yeah, I can't stand the new version of the Teen Titans Go. I can't take that show at all. It's very annoying. Metroid Prime was good, but Super Metroid is ranked in top 5 greatest video games of all time. What bothers me, though, is Nintendo's not even going to try to make a new Metroid game, at least not right now. They're going to wait till NX comes out, which is coming out at the end of the year. And Michael and I are still debating, do we want this new system? Do we want to ignore this new system? What are we going to do? I don't know.
In June.
Well, that's where they're going to announce it.
Right.
And it's coming out at the end of the year. The rumors are floating around that it's going to be a handheld system like the Wii U's control pad. But that's going to be the whole system, and then there'll be something you could attach it to the TV so you could also play it on the TV. I hope that's a complete rumor. Do you need any new anime for Anime Weekly? DN, at the moment we have 9, but I'm always open. If there's a new anime that you know of, you are more than welcome to give me the name of it. I will look it up, and as long as it's not more than 2 episodes in, definitely we can look into it. Speaking of Earth 1, did you think DC Comics is going to pull an Ultimate Marvel Universe? No. I think DC with their Earth 1 graphic novels. Earth 1 graphic novels, for those of you that don't know, which I'm positive 99% of you guys do know it. Earth 1 started with Superman Earth 1, which then led into Batman Earth 1, which then led into Volume 2 and 3 of Superman Earth 1, Batman Volume 2. Teen Titans came out, I believe, last year. And this week, more specifically, Wonder Woman Earth 1 came out, and now they're promising Earth 1 Volume 2 for Teen Titans. And no, I think it's just their own universe. It's kind of like what Marvel's doing with their straight-to graphic novels, except this is its own universe. It's basically consider it this, Tevye. It's like the graphic novel universe for DC Comics. The straight-to graphic novel universe. Have tablets made handles irrelevant. Basically, handhelds irrelevant. Yeah, it made handhelds irrelevant. Exactly. So now they're trying to to find a way. Why get a new system? Nintendo, just remake games again. I swear to God, if they take Star Fox and it is a blatant remake with a couple of polishes here and there of Star Fox 64, it will be the last Star Fox game.
I want to explain about that, really, of how that's.
All right, let me just answer this comment. Hold that. I know anime to check out. Any opinion on Tokyo Ghoul? No. That's not anything new right now. I've watched a little bit of it. If newer episodes are coming out, I have to catch up, and then maybe I'll have something to say. No, not really, DN, because you can download all kinds of games on the 3DS. It's true. Go.
Okay. So Star Fox originally came out for the Super Nintendo. You know, the first Star Fox game.
Right.
Where it was just Star Fox. And and it was like a really great game where you're going against Andros, and he was like a hard boss. Then there was going to be a Star Fox 2 game.
Never happened. It stayed in Japan.
But stayed in Japan, never was released in America. So they got.
And that's where the walking ship is from, because there's the ship that walks.
There's a ship that walks. So then we get this new game of Star Fox 64 for Nintendo 64, where we get introduced to Star Wolf's team and James McCloud, where Fox had a father.
And we got those, those what do you call those lines that will remain in history forever? Do a barrel roll,
and also different routes to go to get to the real Andros, because it was a fake robotic one and a real one, which is where you face the brain with the eyes and stuff like that. Okay, so when we got for 64, it was something amazing. So then when the Nintendo Wii came out,
skipping GameCube had nothing as far as remakes of Star Fox. It had no, GameCube did have Star Fox games, but they were not.
Well, no, there was Star Fox Assault
and Adventures.
We don't talk about Command.
No, we do not talk about Star Fox Command. No, ever.
And and there were a bunch of other stuff too. But going into that, when the Wii came out, you got to download the Star Fox 64. Like, it's just the same as the 64. Now, when the 3DS came out, they said that it's going to be the same thing, only with different voice actors. The thing that bothered me was that we want something different.
Yeah, and the 3DS was exactly the same as the...
Just because there was gyro controls and different voice actors, it's the same plot and going through the same thing. And it's boring. If Star Fox Zero is coming out, we want to see something that should have been in 2. We do not want to see another repeat, even if it's reimagining, like saying, oh, we're going to go through the same planet, but reimagine it as, like, let's say the first one, you fight a hologram Andros, but it still starts off in Corneria. So where does that logic make sense where it's not different?
I personally want something different. In Tevye, it's not a reboot. Because Tevye actually mentioned, I'm still pissed that Star Fox Zero is a reboot. It's not a reboot. It's basically the same thing being told a different... Well, then that is technically a reboot, isn't it? It's the same story, except done a different way.
And if you do the Pro thing...
Same plot. You're right, Tevye. I'll give you that. You're right. So, I don't know. I have to wait and see how it goes. There is... The gamepad, though, you can see first person. So, one person could be flying the ship. The other one could be firing. So, maybe it'll work out, but
couldn't there be a game where you could do James McCloud's story? What happened to that?
I wouldn't mind a prequel. I mentioned that. I would love to see a prequel with James McCloud, a young Peppy, and
Pigma.
And Pigma was there, and there was a fourth person. So you got to invent. You'll have to create a fourth, because the Fox team's always 4.
No, but it was 3 then.
Right, but you make a new character for the 4th slot. You know what I mean?
For the 4th slot, yeah. But Pigma left the team
and joined Star Wolf. So that's what we should get. We should get James McCloud as Star Fox at the time, show the betrayal of Pigma, the beginning of Star Fox as a boy and Peppy, teaming up, show what happened to James McCloud, and create a new character. There's so much prequel to it.
Star Fox 64, you could show about how Fox in his days trained to become an R-Wing.
No. James McCloud story. Just the entire game about James McCloud.
The James McCloud story, yes. But as the game progresses, when we get to the Fox one, maybe there'll be a Fox, whatever title it is, that'll show Fox growing up as, like, how Link...
Oh, okay.
Like, Legend of Zelda, where he goes from a little boy to then a big, guy with a hood and all that other stuff.
And that's what Tevye said. He wanted a prequel also. Really quick, going back up, DN says, I definitely recommend Koru Makuru. There's 2 other ones, but I think they just hit episode 3 around today or yesterday. I think one of them is made by Shonen Jump. I'll look into it, DN. I'll see it. It really depends on our preference also. If it doesn't really speak to us, but I'll look it up. Koru Makuru. If you can, DN. Another way to so I don't forget the names, share the animes or send me a message with the list of the 3 animes and I'll look them up. 3 episodes isn't so bad.
There will be, I forgot to mention also before I forget, on Frontline Gaming Zone, there will be a FLI, First Look and Impression,
For Star Fox Zero.
For Star Fox Zero, and I'll be playing it and doing my whole thing. And maybe, not saying yes, if I can show it to you guys on Avenger, maybe we could do that. The post.
Oh, during a post show, yeah.
Yeah, where I could give my thoughts.
We have a special post show today, guys. So stay tuned for me to tell you guys what that is.
No, it's not Mario Maker.
No, Michael's sick.
No, I'm not sick.
Well,
I'm just getting over
being sick. Alan, this is what happens when Nintendo reaches a point where they can't tell a good story with one of their successful universes. Exactly. At least we might be getting a live action Pokemon movie, which is really cool.
Now, live action Pokemon movie would be great.
Alan says the fourth person could be James's brother or traitor that kills. Yeah, it could be Andros.
No, Andros was always a bad guy.
Yeah, but listen to this twist. Andros was the fourth person in Star Fox, right? And it turns out some evil force is same thing like in Star Fox, the evil force is hidden evil force. And then in the end, the betrayal is Andros betraying Star Fox. Pigma also betrays Star Fox, but Pigma has his own agenda. Andros becomes Andros. James McCloud is killed or believed to be dead, and Peppy escapes and tells little child Fox his father is dead. The end of the prequel, to be continued in Star Fox.
Now that would be something.
That actually is a very good point. That would be interesting. Thank you for bringing that idea up to me. Jeremy Renfro, what's up?
If there was a prequel.
There's also another anime I've been watching on Netflix. Tevya, I can't go by Netflix because Netflix does dubs a lot more. Star Fox Assault. What was Star Fox Assault?
GameCube.
Is that the one we don't talk about?
No, that's Command. Star Fox Assault is where it's the 4 teams and you work. Wolf helps you out a little bit, and then there's a whole thing where he helps.
Yeah, see, I don't understand. We had Assault, we had Adventures, we had Command, and now we're back to the 64 version again. What about those other 3 games? Why couldn't we continue forward?
Well, you can't always expect Wolf.
Ajin takes some elements of Tokyo Ghoul. What?
No, I'm just saying you can't expect Wolf to help Fox all the time because he says, remember, I have this agenda to destroy it. And that's another thing I want to find out. Why Wolf is going after Fox. Because he's a leader. See, that's another thing we need.
That's a good thing. I could show Michael this. What? Mike, did you see the Godzilla Resurgence trailer?
No, I didn't see anything about it.
All right, let's see if I can get Michael to watch this real quick. Let's see. I'm going to try, guys. I hope we don't freeze up. Okay, you know how we have the Godzilla movie in America, right?
Yeah, the one that came out in May.
Right. No, the one that came out last year or the year before. Well, apparently Japan also has a contract. They still have their Godzilla, and they do it with the guy in the suit and everything, yada, yada. So recently, they've been holding off on a movie called Resurgence. Now, hopefully it's here. Hopefully it's here. I don't see it. Oh, boy. Tell me if I X a few things out, it'll come back. I don't care about Ghost in the Shell. Apparently, there's a lot of news going on about that. I have to find it again now. If you see Godzilla, Mike, you tell me.
All right, let me just... Super Mario Brothers is there.
But apparently, there's another movie. It's coming out in Japan. If I had a link, I would be able to do it faster. Knowing Alan, he's probably already getting a link up, and I'll probably go back and look, and it'll be there. But
unless anyone else could find it.
But there's a new movie coming out in Japan, and it's called Godzilla Resurgence. It has nothing to do with the American Godzilla movie, and it's less 3D CGI, and it's more the way they've always had it. I'm looking in the comments because 2-1. If I know Alan, he's got it. Yes, he does. Look at that. I'm going to just X this out. Thank you, Alan. Let's go into the comments and click the video.
Well, should we lower it?
I will lower it. It's just music anyway.
Wow.
I want you to pay attention to a certain scene now. See that there's 2?
Yeah.
I'm wondering something.
Space Godzilla?
No, I'll tell you in a moment. It's going to be a lot of these people just walking. See a lot. I'm going to just fast forward a little bit. See how they're all talking and yada yada. There's China destruction. There's a delay in. So now here's my thing, and I'm going to go back to that one scene. I think, and I could be wrong, what if now I know a lot of people like this new Godzilla, this new model for Godzilla, and a few people hate this new model for Godzilla. Now, what if that isn't Godzilla? Because in that frame right there, which I X'd out already, that frame showed two Godzillas. What if the original Godzilla that we all know, the original suit, what if that's the real Godzilla and this is the antagonist, this other Godzilla?
Could be.
I think that the film looks cool. I mean, they've held it off a few times. So
what I want to see, though, we also got another trailer where King Kong is going to be.
That's the American stuff, yeah.
No, I'm saying for the American stuff, King Kong. Now, see, both those movies came out. That's going to go into Godzilla versus King Kong. Now, if they use that model for that against King Kong, I will watch.
They're not. That's the Japanese model. That's Japanese. That's Japan/China's.
So what? They can't just.
Nope. That was the contract. America got their own their rights to our Godzilla, and they have their rights to do the Godzilla they want. That's Toho.
That Godzilla was so much cooler.
Well,
all the fire and everything, sure. That
it reminds me. Awesome. It reminds me of the Armageddon Godzilla. Wolf always had. Wolf always had something against Fox. Even one of the Star Fox endings, Crystal leaves Fox for Wolf. Yep, that's why everybody doesn't like Command because there were too many endings like that. Falco becomes a Grand Prix racer and retired famous. Yeah, exactly.
And Slippy has kids.
That'll never happen.
No. And that's why another reason why I didn't like.
I always thought Wolf was avenging his father's death at the hands of James McCloud. I don't think so. I don't think that happened, Alan. I don't think so. Should go in depth why Pepe betrayed. Oh, not Pepe. Pigma betrayed Fox's father. I don't think so. I always thought Wolf was just another mercenary. I think Wolf's just a mercenary. Nothing is known about movie except the trailer shows. Personally, I believe he still evolving like over the movies. It could very well be. Godzilla versus King Kong 2020. That's the American one.
2020.
Pepe didn't betray Fox. Okay, we got to that already. Tevye, we don't know what happened after the end of original. The original SNES game, Alan, wasn't James McCloud, was it?
No,
that was the real Fox.
In the SNES, it was Fox who was going up against the Andros and that Polygon thing, but it wasn't that Fox's father was there. In the 64, though, when you face the real Andros,
he becomes the brain.
Yeah, but you see him say, "Don't ever give up, my son." You don't see it in the fake one. The fake one, you don't go
you just
out
get out. Yeah, you just leave.
Yeah, you just leave.
And you see the vision of Andros still out there.
Right. And the real one, when you face the brain, there is a trick, though, that if you use the bomb at the exact, I think if you wait 3 or 4 seconds and you throw the bomb, you can defeat the two eyes instantly and then head on to the back and then shoot that and then boom. Why I found that hard, why I did Beyond Duraka 18, I have no idea. All
right, real quickly, as a post-show, guys, because we're getting not that close, but I just want to make mention of it. Last night at around 4 in the morning, I did a part 1 to Metro 2033 Redux. Part 1 was a lot of just walking around, listening to people, talking to people. There was a glitch that happened, and I ended up losing at a target practice. So what we're going to do tonight possibly is I'm going to set up the PlayStation 4. I'm going to set up a live broadcast. And what will happen is we will end this show and another live show broadcast through the PlayStation will begin. and that will be the post show, and we'll do maybe about an hour of Metro Last Light, not Last Light, Metro 2033.
For this, we always do post live on one.
Because I can't, then I'll lose my save. I want to continue the walkthrough.
All right. That's what you want to do.
So we might do Metro 2033. Andros comes back in Star Fox Adventures. So Andros always comes back regardless.
Yeah.
So
he's a scientist, I heard, I think.
Well, the wiki says Star Fox 64 was a remake of Star Fox for SNES. Yes, it was, because it starts off in Canary. It's the same thing, except better graphics now.
Yeah, but the other plots of the story, like Wolf wasn't in it, and there were other
They added stuff. They added stuff to it.
The first and second level, I think, were the only two things that was SNES related, because it was
the last
Canaria
level
and the asteroid, right? The last level, there were other. The beginning, yes, I think there were other parts that was more complicated.
Well,
the
let's
SNES
see.
And the 64
let's see
what
Star Fox Zero does. If it's again the same planets except you change it up a bit, then it's basically what they did with SNES to N64, except they changed the levels a bit. It's the same planet but different method.
And I am telling you, I am going to rage, and I don't mean at the game. I will rage if I see anything Star Fox 64 again. So thank God I'm resting this voice for until next week. But I'm just saying, I better not see one thing 64 related. Not a one.
Any opinion on Jonah Hex? Because this episode, in my opinion, was awesome. Legends of Tomorrow.
Oh.
Legends of Tomorrow this week was absolutely awesome. Jonah Hex was in it.
Yeah, Jonah Hex was in it?
Yes, and the actor looked just like the comic. I mean, it looked as close to the comic book as.
Why? Oh, I missed it.
You walked in too when they were in the West. I'm like, oh, Mike's gonna watch it. Yeah, wow. It was so good because Jonah Hex, apparently Rip Hunter went into the past before, and his coat is actually Jonah Hex's old coat.
Oh.
So it was so good.
I hate you right now because you didn't let me know.
You know what I want? Another Army Men game. Love that game. Was that the one where you play as the toy soldiers, the toy green army soldiers? I think
wasn't it the robot thing, the one that shoots up?
Army Men?
No, that was something else. Because in the PlayStation, I remember you played as the robot. Remember that thing? And you used the gun and shoot the... It was a PlayStation game.
Chris, we must search for those two. Oh, I found him, Alan. You're going to die. Before I went to bed last night, I had to know. And I can't go back, by the way, Alan. Alan's talking about Metro 2033. We got to a level where I had to find just 2 notes. And I couldn't find them. Turns out those 2 notes, Alan, one note was hidden behind like a wall. And the second note was on a pillar right where I figured it would be in that room. And yeah, whoops, was AFK for a bit. Did I miss much? No, we were just talking. I was just talking about DN post show. I'm going to be opening up another live show, and I'm going to be doing Metro 2033. And now Alan just mentioned about those notes, and I found out where they were. I'm not going back. What I'm going to do is I'm going to finish Metro 2033 and then go back because I don't want to risk losing money. I don't want to risk losing all the stuff that I got up to that point, and I don't want to sit around playing the entire game again and getting all of the good statuses. But it turns out in the level we're up to now, there is an achievement for finding all 47 downed Rangers and taking their equipment, or taking their ammo. I doubt I'm going to be able to do it, but that's the goal for tonight when we get into this level. This next level is the Ruins of Moscow, and it is a big map.
Moscow.
You missed part 1. Alan was watching, and
I had to wake up early
graphics,
this morning.
I watched a walkthrough about a year ago or 2. Whenever Metro, when did it come out? Let me see the game, Mike. It's right there.
I believe it came out 3 years ago when we did the Game Miss thing.
I believe it was Game Miss that we got this. Yes.
Yeah, it was. Let me see. Wait, hold on. I could look. 2014.
2014. So this is a 2-year-old game. This is the game, by the way, everybody. And the game I'm playing right now is Metro 2033. We get a brief guide. It's kind of funny. I made a joke that it actually is based off of a graphic novel. and the graphic novels, both of them were in the actual game.
2014.
So it's kind of funny. And no, it didn't come out 2013, Tevi. It was 2014.
Yeah, look, it says so right there.
So this game basically has, as you see on the cover, it has Metro 2033, the remake from the computer game that came out. I want to say Metro 2033 for the computer came out in the early 2000s. And then Metro Last Light, which only came out, I think, Tevia, here is where you might have gotten 2013. Metro Last Light, I believe, either came out in 2013 or 2012. And what Redux means is they redid the graphics. Now, for Metro 2033, the graphical improvement is amazing. For Metro Last Light, really not much change because it was already a pretty new game. I thought you were talking about Metroid this whole time. No, this is Metro, The Last Light. It is a first-person shooter where you play as Artyom, and you are saving the Metro because basically the world is screwed because of a nuclear apocalypse, and everybody lives in the metros now.
Everything's about apocalypse. My God.
This was a very good game. They revoiced all the actors as well. So the voice actor from Metro Last Light came back to redo Metro 2033 Redux. So it's a great game. Metro 33 is a bit shorter than Metro Last Light, though. So Metro 33, I saw somebody complete it in 19 parts. Metro Last Light, I think it took them about 40 parts. So depending on how we go about this, probably Metro 2033 for us, especially because we do it in hour intervals, and I like to end it at the end of a chapter. I would like to think it'll take maybe 10 parts for me because I don't do half-hour intervals like everybody else. I do more along the line of an hour. I try to do an hour's worth of gaming, and because I live stream it, I tend to be on longer, especially if I have more people I'm talking to. So it came out for the Xbox 360. Yes, it did. Metro Last Light came out for the Xbox 360. The remake of both came out for PlayStation and Xbox One, and I got it for PlayStation since I got it for Xbox 360 already. Metro 2033 was such an underrated game. Yes, it was, which I'm glad when Last Light came out, it changed it. Superman behind you just standing there. Yeah, that's what he does. He just stands in the background. I mean, we got Batman too. I just decided to grab Superman one more time. Maybe next week we'll have Batman back here. But this is the game I'll be live streaming in maybe an hour-ish. So if you guys want to stick around, it'll be a lot better because I'll be able to you won't be able to see us anymore, but the quality of the game is really good. And then after the fact, after it's live, what I do is I take the video, and instead of letting it go up on this channel as a video, I post it on Frontline Gaming Zone. If you guys go to Frontline Gaming Zone right now, part 1 is actually up. And I have one, and Cindy bought Wonder Woman, Alan. It's right over there also. So we have a Wonder Woman. It's just not ours. It's hers. I'm keeping it for comparison and review purposes only, and then it goes away. I'm just going to check and make sure. Yeah, it is up on Frontline Gaming Zone as we speak. So if you guys would like to see part 1, I wouldn't advise going now because part 1 was an hour and I believe, yep, an hour and about 5 minutes. So that's basically going to be the rest of this live show. So if you want to catch up, I mean, yeah, but oh, that was mean. I just read a mean comment. But anyway, well, gotta go for the night. My grandpa's. Oh man, Jeremy. You know, our condolences, 100%. You know, sorry about what happened with your his grandfather. Hopefully everything. You know, hopefully you get through tomorrow. You know, you got all of our support, man. So take care. Have a good night. Speaking of gaming, any opinion on? No, I have not gotten Quantum Break yet. I might get it later on. I bought that game and I actually liked it. I was thinking about it for maybe towards, you know, later on in the year. I'm waiting for price to go down because I feel like the game is just you play it and then you're done with it. So I want games that give a little bit more substance. So I'm gonna wait on Quantum Break a little bit, see if the price will go down for that game, and especially because all right. Let me explain something to you guys and everybody who's going crazy right now with Division, which I've almost all but given up on that stupid game. Mike, are you a baseball fan? Alan said.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, New York Yankees, Derek Jeter, and respect. Yeah.
So May, we've got Mirror's Edge. We've got Doom, which everybody's going crazy for. We got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles to end the month, and we have Uncharted 4. Between Uncharted and Doomed alone, all other old games are going to be forgotten about. But then you got Mirror's Edge, which a lot of fans of this game, the first game, they're going to be eating this game up. So that's 3 games to bury. And then Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, well, if you're a Turtle fan, yeah. It's okay, Tevye. Oh, well, I don't want to read that because he was saying that to Tevye. One game I'm looking forward to is Kingdom Hearts 3. Final Fantasy I'm done with, but Kingdom Hearts 3 I'm looking forward to. I'm stuck in gear grinding in the division. Exactly. DN, I'm tired of grinding the division so I can do that last Phoenix mission. I don't want to. It's at the point now where you need people, and I asked somebody to help me, and at first it was like, yeah, I'll help, and then I got stood up on it, and it's like, well, shit, and I only have purple gear. You need like yellow gear to even do that last mission. And I know Ryan and we have a lot of work to do to get to that. And I know DN, you're probably really grinding down on the what do you call it, the dark zone right now, trying to get some stuff, get some of that stuff done. But yeah, Alan knows about that mission. It's horrible. There's a second incursion now. What's the second incursion? It's not boring, Tevye. It's just once you finish the game, it's like if you don't have friends to play with, there's nothing else to do. Again, why I don't want to get Quantum Break. The beta, don't judge it on the beta, Tevye. It's a lot different. The original one is a lot different than the beta. I remember seeing the beta. The beta wasn't as good as the original. DN, what are you up to in the dark zone exactly? Because I know you need to be at like the last zone to be able to have all the top gear. Incursions, oh god. Marvel no, nothing Marvel Secret Wars related at all. Anyway, so you get your comics yet? Nope. Those will be tomorrow. It will be tomorrow. I can tease something to you guys real quick. Next week, because you guys know we're getting Star Fox Zero. What's up, Rain?
Yep.
You're here. Yes. I will tease this one thing real quick. You guys wanted Nintendo World. I found something Nintendo World related that will be coming with the Star Fox game. It's going to be pretty big in a metaphoric and physical sense. Speaking of Tom Clancy, no, it's not what you saw from Walmart.
What?
It's not what you saw from Walmart, because I said it's something from Nintendo World and it's big, but it's not what you saw from Walmart.
Okay, I wasn't going to say anything.
Speaking of Tom Clancy games, why can't we get a new Rainbow Six game that the real Patriots? I don't know. I didn't like the last Rainbow Six game. You guys saw last week. I beat it, and I was like, I put the game away, by the way. I have nobody to play with, and I really don't have the urge to go on there by myself, and I still have 2 more situations, and I'm like, screw the situations. I'm done. I was done. I put it away, and I said, have a good night. Maybe I'll go back to it someday if somebody else gets the game. But for right now, I'm done with that game. I haven't played Dark Zone in weeks, so I'm level 16. Yeah, I've been doing new solo dailies, but without Dark Zone or hard mission, it's impossible to rank up. Well, DN, if you're around, you let me know, and I'll help you build up a bit. I think I'm only level 25 right now in the Dark Zone, so maybe we could build up together. You know that we finally learned why C-3PO is a red arm. I didn't read that special. I know it came out this week. If I get a chance to, like if I happen to across the book, maybe I'll check it out, but otherwise I won't be upset if I miss it. I will say that with C-3PO. Is it good at least, Alan, or you didn't read the book? You just know that it's in the special? Because I didn't have a chance to read the special yet to know. So I'm still waiting for No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky is coming out in the summer? June? July? Is it June or July? I know it's coming out soon. Since I'm the one talking about Pepsi for a lot of your live streams, Chris, when will you just hit him with a Pepsi box? I've already done that.
Yeah.
Not on video, but I've done that. I read it, actually won't spoil it. Okay. C-3PO is one of those characters in Star Wars that I feel nothing for. Because the end, there's really no feeling for C-3PO. It's like he's just there. He just sits there and he's like annoying. I kind of like how they played that off in Spaceballs. That was funny. But yeah, speaking of Anime Weekly, I wanted to just throw this out there real quick. Again, DN, please send me the list of animes that you want. But we're really trying to build Anime Weekly up big on Comic Frontline, and the views have been really great for it. The comments have been building up. The thumbs up have been building up, and I really appreciate all you guys. We actually are going to attempt to try to work with some companies in anime and manga. So please support the show. Please share the show. Help us build the show up because we really want to show some big heads how big the show really is and how important it is. There's a lot of great animes, though. I got to say, for this season, there's a lot of great animes. The number ones that came out last week were spectacular. I'm looking forward to watching. I think the only one that isn't out yet is My Hero Academia, which is Sunday, and there's a few other shows that don't come out until, I'm trying to remember. Some don't come out till maybe Saturday, I think. Working on it, talking here and typing Japanese names on a separate message. It's okay, understood. Lucky if you find my uncle there tomorrow, hook up with him. Maybe I will, Alan. Yeah, Alan, your cousin was supposed to help me also, and he kind of stood me up a bit because he waited for your uncle, so kind of a little sad about that.
No, I just can't see far, Rain. That's why I go like this, because I can't see.
Deanne says I'm free at night and tomorrow if you want to play. Maybe a little bit tomorrow then, Deanne. Yeah, definitely. Maybe I'll get together with you and we'll play a little bit of Division, build it up.
I was just explaining to Rain's comment that I looked serious when I was like this. It's just I can't see far.
Why don't you get your glasses?
You want me to?
Yeah, go get your glasses so you can see.
All right.
You find okay. Okay. Question: any opinion on Ratchet and Clank movie coming out? I thought you were going to talk about the game this year because my opinion, I can't wait. I'm excited for it. It sounds interesting. I thought you were going to talk about the game. The game itself looks cool as well. I have I have more free time now than I don't have to. Oh, now since I don't have to study. Oh, cool, DN. So yeah, help spread the word about Anime Weekly then a little bit also.
Oh wow, that's much better.
Yes.
Wow.
The game came out. Yeah, the game came out last week, Tevia. We chose not to get it. I believe it was just a remake of all the games that already did come out anyway. Or is it a brand new Ratchet and Clank game? I'm not sure, but I don't.
Wow, I could see all the comments now perfectly. Sorry, I'm just amazed I'm wearing glasses and seeing instead of squinting.
Yes, who else is ready to play Doom? We were talking about open beta. No, I'm not playing the beta. I never play the beta. Beta gives you either high or low expectations for a game. Case in point, Tevia talking about the Division.
What's up, Nerdivision?
So, Nerdivision, what's up? And I don't want to have any type of expectation. I'm just going to get the game and enjoy it. So, yeah.
Alan Mike, the angry marrow maker guy.
That's right. It's
tonight,
a remake of the first game. Okay, so yeah, I'm glad I didn't get it then because I believe we have the first game. Retro Gaming Treasure actually now allows you to get PlayStation 1 games. I'm very happy about that.
That's another thing that came out of that, and I'm really looking forward to getting for PS1. If I get Crash,
I'm waving to Mike. He can read this now.
Yeah. Hi. The end. What's the topic today?
Today we were talking about the Killing Joke being rated R, and we were talking about some movie trailers and movies. We talked about the Division a bit, and then I mentioned Nerdivision. After this, instead of having a post show on the live show, I'm going to set up a separate live show through my PlayStation 4, and we're going to continue the. Where did I put it? Yeah.
Right over there.
Give it to me. You took my game away.
You told me put it away.
You took my game away.
You put it
We're going to be doing, last night at 4 in the morning, I played Metro Redux, Metro 2033 Redux. So I'm going to be doing part 2 of that as a live show, as a live stream directly after this live show. So Right after this, we'll end the live show. Maybe a minute later, this live show will pop up, and it'll be streamed right out of my PlayStation 4. So you guys will be able to see the game crystal clear without needing the webcam. I will be using this microphone, though, so you guys can hear me. It'll be a lot of fun. Oh, God, I forgot what tomorrow is. I'm hiding. What's tomorrow? Any opinion on Amazing Spider-Man issue 10? Didn't read it yet.
No, books didn't come, like you said.
How do you like this? The new Spider-Man movie that Sony and Marvel are putting out, it's going to be called Spider-Man Homecoming. That's the name of the movie for Tom. For that.
Homecoming?
Yep. It's going to be called Homecoming.
Where is this going?
And it looks like a cartoon kind of title.
I don't know why.
Nice. I'll be hanging out with y'all. Awesome, Nerdivision. Yeah, I'm going to have Michael sitting in front of the computer, and the chat will be going. So Michael will be reading your guys' comments as I'm playing the game, and we'll be answering your guys' comments that way. No, not at all.
I feel nerdy with these.
The big 3-0. Oh, it's going to be Alan's birthday tomorrow.
Oh.
Yeah, Vulture. Guess who's going to play Vulture?
Hey.
Guess who's in contract to possibly? Michael Keaton. Is rumored to be Michael Keaton is Michael Keaton is actually rumored to be signed, be in talks about being the Vulture in the Spider-Man Homecoming.
Wow. A what movie? Oh,
an emoji movie. I'm not interested in that. Oh. But yes, happy birthday, Alan. You know today's Nick's today. Before it's 12 o'clock, today is Nick's birthday, Nick Len. So happy birthday, Nick. I know you're not in the comments, but happy birthday, man. You're probably watching this post live. So I want to wish you a happy birthday. Alan, happy birthday. I will be hitting that big 3-0 with you next month. Yep. Not this month, next month. Well, I'm sure Tevi is wishing it to you now, Alan, because he's not going to see you tomorrow because there's no live show tomorrow. So that's kind of why.
I thought it was nice still.
Oh, yeah. That's why I'm saying Tevi will wish him a happy birthday now because he won't see him tomorrow. So Alan's just holding on to that 20 for another couple of hours.
Keaton was a Batman, then a Birdman, then a Vulture. It's all going downhill.
It is going downhill for Keaton fast. Birdman was hard. Well, that movie.
He must love to be a flying, bats flying, vultures flying. He must be into flying things.
I don't know how I feel about Vulture being the main bad guy for Spider-Man, but that's just me.
No, he's not really the main bad guy. It's really between Doc Ock and no.
Nope. Vulture is the bad guy, they claim. Birdman was awesome. It won an Oscar. I've not watched it yet, so I have no clue.
But Michael Keaton's a great actor.
I heard Birdman stunk, so maybe I'm wrong. Michael Keaton was an amazing Batman. I will say that. I'm thinking if I should get another PlayStation 1 controller or get Crash Bandicoot Warp. Vote now. Vote, please. Get Crash.
Crash Bandicoot Warp was good. Oh, and is it true that China is going to buy Pokemon from Japan?
Yes, there's rumors that China's trying to buy Pokemon from Japan.
But didn't Pokemon
I think it would be
in Japan?
Yes, I think it would be a huge mistake if they sell it. I think Japan would be really wrong if they do that. I think they should keep it. I don't think China should be allowed to buy it. My opinion. But if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I don't think they should buy it. Any opinion on Midnight Special? Because I saw that movie. Nope, never saw it. I'll take Vulture. I can't deal with a third Norman Osborn. Same here. But I would have liked maybe the Lizard. We kept getting. I mean, we didn't get a good. We don't want to go back to those movies either. So,
yeah,
Andrew Garfield, man. Hobgoblin, no, because look what they did with Harry. No, I wanna go away from Andrew Garfield's run for a bit. So Vulture, I guess, is all that's left. Or Mysterio. I would have taken Mysterio. I would love a Mysterio villain.
Mysterio. They never added him.
I wish they do Mysterio. I feel like he's such an underrated character right now. He's like on the bottom Z list.
Or Craven, the Hunter.
That would be interesting if they ever put the black suit in.
Then
Craven's Last Hunt. Craven's Last Hunt.
Yeah, because he was in the comics during that time also.
Harry was Green Goblin. He was the Goblin in the Andrew Garfield movie. It was horribly done. I didn't like the Andrew Garfield run of
the Tobey Maguire one was great
until Spider-Man 3.
Well, yeah, but
there were parts that were good, but there were parts that were very, very, very
what if they
bad.
put Mysterio and Daredevil? No.
No, I would be upset. I want to see that in.
Spider-Man.
I want to see that in Spider-Man.
Mysterio never appeared in Daredevil. At least I
He
don't
was in
think
it.
he did.
He was in it. He Hell's Kitchen. It's New York.
I don't remember. Well, with the hologram cubes, it does make sense.
I personally would like to just see a Mysterio villain in Spider-Man. I really would like to see Spider-Man villain. Chris, I have started to do a podcast myself, and it's a wrestling podcast. Cool, Rain. Awesome sauce. We will be doing live streams on Comic Frontline, myself, Michael, Alan, and Justin. Once a month, we will be doing the pay-per-views. So hopefully you'll pop in and say hi for those. We haven't seen Madam Web. Madam Web would be cool to be in a movie too, Nerdivision. You know, that's a very smart character to put in also. I like the story arc from the animated. That's right, from the 90s Spider-Man. That's a very smart, that would be a very good idea. Faulty Joe, what's up, Faulty? Haven't seen you in a bit. How's everything going? So, I don't want you guys to worry when we do the game walkthrough. I am going to be doing an intro like it's part 2 of the walkthrough, but I always mention that I am answering comments because I live stream it on this channel before it goes up on on Frontline Gaming Zone. Yeah. Actually, I wanted to see Kingpin and Spider-Man. No. Oh, good God. I never want to relive that Daredevil movie. Even the uncut version.
He was pretty good. Daredevil?
No, wasn't done.
No,
I like good. Kingpin. I like Kingpin and Daredevil season 1 better.
Well, I didn't see season 1. That's why. I thought the movie he did great.
I wonder if we're going to see...
Too bad he passed away, though.
The happy guy again later in the show. The happy guy again later. Oh, maybe. Last night in the division, I'm going to tell everybody the story. There was this guy in the game whose eyes were like this. And he was like, "Are you ready, Artum?" And I was like, "Oh my God, I can't even do that. Ow, that hurts." Good. Waiting for tomorrow. UFC Tampa. First time going to the show. Oh, congrats, dude. Hopefully you have a good time. And on June, WWE Raw in Tampa. Awesome. Are you going to be in the front row? We'll look for you on the TV if you're going to be at Raw in June. Season 2 was awesome. Yes, it was. Anime message sent. Awesome DN. I'll look that up now. And Folded Yo, is it Anderson Silva tomorrow? And yes, so. DN, did you send it on Facebook or did you send it on YouTube? Because if you send it on YouTube, I can't access it right now. I'm on Facebook. I can't access because the computer is slow. I still don't know if I can get tickets for WWE Payback. Hopefully you do. Yeah, Bray Wyatt.
Yeah.
Another wrestler bites the dust thanks to a dark match, or not a dark match, but YouTube. Okay, DN, I'll have to check it later. Unfortunately, Bray Wyatt got hurt in a fight between himself and Roman Reigns, and now we don't know how long he's going to be out for. It was in Milan, Italy. And Faulty Joe says, nope, Evans versus Teixeira.
Yeah, Teixeira. And there was also another mention that Balls Mahoney passed away also.
Balls Mahoney passed away. And you know what's really freaky? He was born April 11th, 1970-something.
And he died on April 11th?
And he died on April 12th, 2016. He died a day after his birthday.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Imagine being dead on the day of your birthday.
Could you imagine being a baby and like they could tell when you died? It's like this man is going to die the day after his birthday. Shit, I would not look forward to any birthdays for the rest of my life. Any opinion on the upcoming Marvel Civil War 2? Jeez, man. Wait. Versus DC Rebirth, because I think Rebirth is going to succeed where Marvel Civil War 2 is going to fail. Here is my best thoughts on DC Rebirth versus Civil War 2. My opinion, not the world's opinion. My opinion. and you could say differently. Civil War 2, I'll be reading the main book, the main event book, and Kingpin. Rebirth, I will be buying issue 1s, or we will be buying issue 1s of all the stories, all the issues, all the number 1s. Rebirth is going to last from June through way past even September, possibly, give or take. It's something that's going to be going on for the rest of the year almost. In my opinion, if I ever had to choose, I would be going for Rebirth. But that's because, and there are reasons behind it. There's more than two. I'm putting up two fingers, but there's more than two. Number one, I grew up on DC. So obviously I'm going to want to see what DC is doing. Number two, I need a break from these events that Civil War, that Marvel every 5 months needs to do a freaking event. Number three, DC is redrawing their line at $2.99, whereas Marvel's books, all of the event books are going to be $6 because they're going to be done in metallic colors. And that's just the way Marvel's doing things now. If it's a number one, if it's an event, or if something big happens in a book, it's $5 to $6. And that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. That's almost ridiculously too much money. And that's why a lot of our stuff has gone down for Marvel, and why a lot of our stuff will go up for DC until Marvel realizes, hey, $5 to $6 is not working. Now, yes, you can argue that, yes, well, while the books are $2.99 from DC, they're doubling up 17 of their titles, which if you take 3 and 3, it makes 6. But Marvel, $6 equals 1 book. DC, $6 equals 2 books. I'd rather get 2 books than 1 book. My opinion, you don't have to agree with it. I completely understand if you don't agree with it. And if you are more of a Marvel fan than a DC fan, then yes, you're going to want Civil War more than Rebirth. Me, I am really looking forward to Rebirth because I'm hoping it fixes a lot of stuff that New 52 kind of messed up along their 5-year journey. Bray may actually need may need this injury. He needs time to come back as a monster heel. I agree. He might need it to stay away for a bit, just to get the crowd to be happy when he comes back. I'm waiting for Seth Rollins to come back. I think I saw Black Flash on the DC Rebirth. Oh, that's Wally West Nerdivision. I meant to say that on your haul video. I noticed it. Does that mean the Flash, the Black? No. Just kidding. Wow, I'm stereotypical. No, Nerdivision, not at all. What DC Comics did with the New 52 is instead of having that redhead boy as Wally West, they decided that they would change Wally into a black child. So Wally West is no longer the redheaded white boy. He is now a black. Wally West is black. And that's why they did it on the TV show as well. So that's the Wally West we're getting in the new DC universe as well. Does that mean red-haired Wally West is gone forever? I don't think so. I think he's still out there in the multiverse. We're just not in the universe we're reading now. It's New 52. Oh, okay. Yeah, Tevia explained exactly what I just said. No, you don't seem stereotypical at all, Nerdivision. When you take a very well-known character and you change their status or their ethnicity, at the snap of a finger, yeah, people notice. That's like, gee, what's a good analogy without getting too... Well, no, Marvel has done it also. Think about what Marvel does with Captain America. First it was Bucky, now it's Falcon. Next it'll be maybe it'll be, what's her name? After she's done being Thor, maybe it'll be Jane Foster next. It's just one of those things where they look for yeah, exactly, Tevye. It creates a lot of controversy. It's like Batman v Superman. It was a controversy before it made it into theaters because everybody hated Man of Steel. So when it came out, the same controversy that came from Man of Steel went right into this movie. So what can you do? Alan Scott being gay. That's a perfect analogy. Yeah, that's perfect. So sadly, New 52 Wally is better than TV Wally. I wouldn't know. I haven't seen his the episodes with him in it yet, Deanne. I can't buy Crash or the controller. Oh, that sucks, Rain. You just built up something and now you took it away. That's kind of sad that he can't afford it, and I feel like. So, It's just Nerdivision. There are some things from the New 52 universe. Nick, I just wished you a happy birthday a little bit ago. That's good timing. Bad timing because you didn't hear me wish you a happy birthday live, but now you're hearing me say it anyway. So happy birthday, Nick.
Yeah, Nick.
Many more. The first time I saw an ethnicity change of a character was Kingpin in the Daredevil movie. Yep. I disagree. I think TV Wally is far better than New 52 Wally. Well, Tevya, New 52 Wally hasn't done anything yet, has he? Really? I mean, has he? Because I dropped Flash. Has Wally stepped up yet as a speedster, or is he still kind of hiding his abilities? I won't know until Rebirth happens and I get Flash #1. The Flash Wally, not Justice League Unlimited Wally. Exactly. It's not Justice League Unlimited Wally at all. I actually like, for those of you that didn't know, Michael Rosenbaum, who played Lex Luthor on Smallville, voiced the Flash for Justice League United, and he also voiced the Flash in the Justice League. I forgot which Justice League movie. Chris, did you watch last night's Legends of Tomorrow? Yes, we talked about it a bit before with Jonah Hex. It was freaking awesome. Early birthday present for Alan was the original Star Wars DVD trilogy and the bonus material on DVD. Sweet. And thank you for the happy birthday. You're welcome, Nick. My pleasure. Good question. I wonder that myself because I have no idea what's going on in Flash anymore. I have no idea either. I guess we will all find out with Flash issue 1. Or actually, I should say we'll all find out in Flash Rebirth, which will catch us all up on everything. Justice League Doom. Thank you, Tevye. It was Justice League Doom that Michael Rosenbaum voiced the Flash. What do you think of the writer for Flash Rebirth and the relaunch series? I have high hopes for both. I'm hoping it'll be a lot better than what we've been getting since Francis Manapul left the book. I wish Francis Manapul would have come back to the book, but honestly, I'm really excited for his Trinity book, so it is what it is. So honestly, I don't know. I'm reeling a little bit still from the whole rated R Batman Killing Joke thing. But you know what? If they're gonna rate it R, watch it be just like the PG-13 version of Red Hood and the Outlaw, like the Under the Red Hood movie. And that's like, why did you bother putting rated R? You could have just put rated PG-13. I mean, there was a huge reference to sex in Batman v Superman Suicide. Why do I keep doing that? Batman v Suicide Squad, and they didn't make that rated R. Has Legends of Tomorrow really gone anywhere with the plot? Don't get me wrong, they're fun stories, but last 3 episodes haven't made much of a difference to the season as a whole. Yes, it has the end. Not that it hasn't made a difference. I agree it hasn't made a difference in the story because the story is about them going after Vandal Savage, but I have to disagree. These 3 episodes are about them escaping the Time Masters, who, while Vandal Savage is the end game, the whole point of the team is to stop Vandal Savage before he comes into power and the world is destroyed. But now you've got Rip Hunter who's being chased by the Time Master. So they're kind of the other point in the story. So right now we're taking a break from Vandal Savage and we're focusing more on them escaping the Time Masters. So really there are 2 antagonists in this season. This season has the Time Masters and Vandal Savage. Their goal is to destroy Vandal Savage, but also avoiding and somehow stopping the Time Masters. So it's kind of a double thing, and next week's episode looks really, that's messed up that this person's going back in time and looking to kill all the younger versions of the heroes and people in order to prevent them from being born and prevent basically this whole team from happening. Came by to say one last thing, Tevya. Your wish for rated R Killing Joke movie. Okay, good night, JR. We were talking about that before. Chris, what do you feel about Marv Wolfman writing Cyborg 12? I don't care because I'm not reading it. I know Marv Wolfman is a huge writer for Teen Titans. Can't get into Cyborg. And honestly, I have a feeling Cyborg is going to be one of the first 3 books I dropped. Deathstroke, and there was another book I didn't think I would be keeping, and possibly Batgirl following right behind it. I think those 3 books are going to be one of my first ones I drop after issue 2. I remember in Smallville, Dean Cain played a character. He played Vandal Savage. He was Vandal Savage, actually, Nerdivision. He did play Vandal Savage, Dean Cain, and they trapped him somewhere in an alternate universe. If Starfire did continue, would you guys like Marv Wolfman to write it? Yes, I think he wrote a very good Starfire. Semper's gonna be great on Cyborg Rebirth. Okay, so maybe DN, maybe I'll like it. I'm just saying these Cyborg, Batgirl, and Deathstroke are the 3 series I think that I'll have the least interest in. We'll have to see what happens when these series actually come out. Wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely.
He's going to be doing Blue Beetle. And one thing I like about Blue Beetle is it negates this book. Ted Kord died in the early 2000s. This book is going to be null and void when DC Comics Rebirth happens because Ted Kord is coming back to life, which I think a lot of us wanted for a very long time, to be honest. One book I'm hoping for is Batman Beyond Rebirth to explain how Terry is coming back. I agree. I just don't like that Tim is still going to be there. I'm kind of iffy on that a little bit, unless Tim becomes the new Robin again. Teen Titans better be good. I agree. Countdown to Infinite Crisis. That's right. No, I think this was Countdown to did Identity Crisis happen? I don't remember, but Identity Crisis, Countdown, and all this other stuff happened at the same time. He's gonna have a haircut. He's gonna have the hardest job since this is basically the last chance DC has to validate Cyborg as a worthy member of the Justice League. Agreed. But I honestly don't see Cyborg as a member of the Justice League. And if you watch Justice League Teen Titans, because I did see the end, like I said, he fit in better with the Teen Titans. Do you guys have any info on All-Star Batman Rebirth? No, I didn't get any information on that yet. If I ever do, I promise you, Nerdivision, you will be the first to know. John Semper was one of the people behind Spider-Man 1990 cartoon series. So, again, maybe it will be good, Nick. Again, it's like me and Black Panther. I'm not into Black Panther. He's not my character. It's like me and Captain America, whether it be Steve Rogers or Falcon. If it's a character I don't like, the story needs to grip me instead of the character. In this case, I'm not really a huge Cyborg fan. I like him in Teen Titans, but to get me any further than that, you need to prove a good story, which the first volume did not. I think Countdown to Infinite Crisis was the story with Ted Kord getting shot in the head. Okay, yeah, he did get shot by Max Lord. I know that. Maxwell Lord. Tim Drake is not going to be in the next volume of Batman Beyond. Terry's coming back. Yes, Terry's coming back, Nick, but they mentioned that Tim Drake might also still be there from Future's End. He just won't be Batman. There were hints. Check the solicits. I think there's hints. I got the previews book, guys. Unfortunately, it won't be coming with this week's books because it turns out Midtown put it up late, probably 2 weeks ago, and I didn't catch it. And when I did this week's order, which I had to do twice because I missed a book, I had to cancel the order and remake it. I found it in last week's list. There were a few left, so I grabbed it. We will have the previews book next week. It's free. It was a freebie, so why not?
All right.
So we will have the previews book, but it'll be next week. So we could discuss it not next Friday. Yeah, not next Friday's live show because we probably won't get our books by then, but the Friday show, live show after that. Because the solo series is so boring. It's boring, exactly. I just don't feel a connection with the Cyborg series. There's really nothing there that's gripping me to want to stay. Even Deathstroke kind of fell off after a while. There was 2 volumes in the New 52 of Deathstroke, and now we're going to get a 3rd with Rebirth. All-Star Batman has Scott Snyder writing it. John Romita Jr., which I'm not happy about. Jock, which I am happy about. And Sean Murphy, which I am happy about doing art. Also, the book will be about villains. That's all we know. Do you think they'll ever get Maxwell Lord as a good as he used to be pre-Flashpoint? I hope so. I liked Maxwell Lord. Well, I like to hate Maxwell Lord pre-Flashpoint. The one book I'm excited for is Superman and Action Comics with pre-52 Superman alive and kicking. Well, he's been alive and kicking. His kid becomes the new Superboy. I hope Connor, somehow they find a way to bring Connor back. I want Connor so bad in the new DC universe. It's the only character. I don't care if they're going to keep the new 52 Wally. I don't even care if we never get Bart Allen back. I want Connor back. So a little random. My friend said that Deadpool looks like a ripoff of Deathstroke. Not really. They both are basically the same thing, mercenaries, but Deadpool has Wolverine's healing factor, and I'd love to see Deadpool versus Deathstroke. I would love to see a Marvel versus DC, Deathstroke versus Deadpool. That would be awesome.
That would be.
So there's that. And Tevye wants Connor back as well. Maybe one day there'll be a opening of worlds and they'll get him back. The writer of Deathstroke is Christopher Priest, who is an old friend of Joe Q. That doesn't help at all because Joe Q is the reason why Spider-Man's not married and a few other bad things happened in Marvel. So does not give me that much hope at all. He is, I did not know that's interesting. Oh, Tevye thinks that's interesting because he didn't know that. But I mean, nobody can really screw up Deathstroke any worse than he's been screwed up in the past couple of reenactments. Super Sun says Damian and John Kent. Yes. Actually, Deathstroke did fight Deadpool in Death Battle.
Did he?
Was that a crossover?
It must have been because they had a crossover before.
They did, but the last one I remember was Justice League versus Avengers. That's why I'm saying I don't remember that. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But anyway, all right, you stay here. I'm going to start setting up the PlayStation.
Yeah.
So, guys, Mike will be here so you comment him while I'm going to start setting things up.
All right. So, question from Michael. There we go. What do you think of Toru Harada current status in Valiant? I didn't read that Valiant comic yet, I don't think, but I've read lots of Ninjak, Exo Manowar, and what?
The game.
Oh! I was wondering what you were pointing at. You're pointing at the microphone. And Bloodshot Reborn. Bloodshot Reborn is really doing amazing. It really reminds me of the Punisher each and every time I read them. But hopefully for New York Comic Con, if Rob Venday is going to be there, hopefully I'll get an interview with him because I was supposed to last time, but there was a little bit of a problem. But hopefully
we missed him by like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
He was waiting for us, but we missed him. So hopefully this year Michael will apologize, and then we'll get to talk to him then.
Yeah. Tevye says, question, Michael, what are your top 5 books for DC Rebirth? Green Arrow, Red Hood and the Outlaws, if that's going to be good. Starfire. Oh, wait, no, she's in Titans.
She's going to be in Titans.
Yeah, she's going to be in Titans.
Teen Titans.
I guess John Constantine, I'm going to give a chance again. And what was the other book I was going to do? Oh, God.
Well, John Constantine's going to have Swamp Thing.
Right.
What other books are you doing? There's another book. I know there's another book for you.
Oh, God, I can't even remember.
We got Blue Beetle.
Yeah, maybe Blue Beetle, all last 5. What is your view on that when I told you about Exomon of War ending? I don't remember that.
Exoman of War isn't ending. It's still going on.
Oh, no. He did say that in a comment. But no, I think it's an ongoing series. I don't think it's ending. Mike, if you do happen to play Doom, do you think that you will rage in that? Rain, with game concepts that are all messed up and everything, you could expect me to rage in almost any game that I don't see that's like fair, stuff like that. Wow, you and Chris will be all kinds of broke during Rebirth. Has Chris been working on that?
Actually, no, we won't, because DCBS, which we have to do this month or else we're going to miss it. DCBS is doing an amazing deal. If you want to get all the number ones, they have a special package deal where you can get every single number one for, I believe it was $25-ish, and the one shot will be only 75 cents, the 60-page giant. So, no, we actually are looking into multiple places to get the comics.
Mike, what do you think of Red Hood working with Bizarro and Artemis? Well, Bizarro, I really like he's an okay person. I mean, yeah, he's the arch rival-ish of Superman. And Artemis, I think, fits pretty well. So I think Red Hood working with them, it all is in due time with the book. Mike can't rage like my rage quit Jones. You're definitely around that range. That's definitely something. I like to watch Mike's rage quit on that one. Exo Man of War is ending at issue 50? Oh, I really did not know that. I must have forgot when you said that because I get tons of messages every day and I don't remember all of them. Nice. Is it digital or physical copies?
Physical.
Yeah, it's going to be physical copies. But I'm really looking forward to DC's Rebirth. Like, this is going to be something that, like, I've read the New 52, but for me to go in the pre-New 52 universe, I think that'll be something.
Yeah, I think Mike and I are gonna sit down tomorrow. I think what we're gonna start doing, guys, is with DC Comics, since we're gonna be getting more, those we're probably gonna be ordering from DCBS and Marvel, and any indie book that we're not definitely getting, we'll be getting through Midtown. So that's gonna be our big change. And then if we start really getting a definitive Marvel setup, we'll probably just get everything from DCBS.
Yeah. Mike, is there one Mega Man game or games that you have never played?
All of them.
Yeah, all of them. I'm waiting around Mega Man.
I'm waiting for one more thing. I'm waiting for Mega Man X, the full series, to get like what they did with Mega Man Legacy. I want Mega Man X Legacy.
Nick told me on Skype. I just remembered it. I forget things, Nick. I've been working all day and my brain's been millions of places. Mike, what is your opinion on the upcoming Action Comics and Detective Comics returning to its original numbering? Well, Action Comics is normally what Chris reads, but Detective Comics, I think that it's great that they're going back to its original numbering and not going all the way to that. Will it be a renumbering for EXO, Nick? DN says. So Nick has a question. If you guys want to see more gaming channels, you should see Vanos Gaming. So shout out to Vanos Gaming, if that's how you say the name. Nervision says, thanks, Chris.
Wait, say that again?
Rain says, if you guys want to see more gaming channels, you should see Vanos. Yeah. And Nervision says, thanks, Chris. I went to their sign. I'll be purchasing it.
Sick. Great. I'm glad I helped you out, man. It's worth it. DCBS is an awesome site. They have a lot of monthly great deals. What they do is they'll charge your card immediately after you make the order, but then a day or two later, it goes back into your account, and it doesn't get taken out again until the beginning of the month. And since it's 3 months in advance, you don't have to worry for 3 months.
I'm loving these questions, guys. Nick says, Mike, did you ever get the first volume of Green Arrow trade that reprints issues from Mike Grill? The pre-New 52, I think it is, because I didn't get that one. But like I said, I am really excited about DC Rebirth because I'll get the pre-New 52 stuff. Tevia says, Mike, what is your opinion on Tim Drake finally going back to being Robin and finally getting rid of the stupid Scablo Dale costume with the wings?
He's not going back as Robin. He's still Red Robin.
Yeah, that's what I thought too, actually. I was about to say.
Costume change. That's it, dude. They're not going back to...
No. Not that at all.
He's not Robin.
No, but the character's not going away. I think he's talking about Exo, Nick. About that. Yeah, because I love Exo Man of War. His stories are really amazing. And especially the wedding one, which I did get signed by Rob Vendetti. That's the one thing I could say about me and Rob Vendetti. I got that signed. And actually, there's a comic book, if I have it behind me here, this one right here. The Exo Man of War, this gold issue 0, he signed that because they said if you wear the shirt, which was Bloodshot, he would sign it for free, or something like that.
You had to buy if you.
No, you had to buy to get that.
If you bought a shirt at the Valiant booth and then you wore it,
yeah.
If you put it on right in front of them, you got that golden book for free.
And Justin's back. What's up?
What's up, Justin? And also, since Rob Vendetti was there when Mike got his other Exo Man of War signed, he got that signed as well, and that's why we put that one on the wall instead of the Exo Man of War books that he has.
Let's see, Nick, Mike, do you know Ben Percy is writing Teen Titans for Rebirth? No, I did not. Did you know?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. And Tevi says, Mike, what's your opinion on the of the reprints that are coming out for Wally West Flash this year with Grant Morrison costume, I really do not know what to say about that. I really don't know.
Mike is not a Wally West fan. I have to be honest with you, Tevia. Number one, I'm the DC fan in this family. Number one. Awesome. Number two, we didn't really read much of Flash. I
didn't read Pre-New 52. I've only read New.
Yeah, Justin, just to let you know, because I think everybody else here knows now, we're the post show, which is gonna be gameplay. I've already got everything set up on the PlayStation 4. It's already set. All I have to do is click the stream button. So we click stream and it'll start another live show. I'm going to be doing a live show, live streaming Metro 2033. So this live show is going to have an ending. And then 5 seconds later, we're going to open up another live show, which should go up pretty fast. And that will.
And DN says, Mike, you got to get Imperium. The new arc is only 2 issues in, and it's one of Valiant's more intense books. I think I'm reading that. I don't know. I gotta look into that. Green Arrow Volume 1 Hunter's Moon reprints the first 6 issue of Mike Grill's run-up for Green Arrow. Okay. So I'll try to check that out and see. But yeah, so I guess
I'm gonna catch you guys up real quick on what's been going on with Metro, so you at least know where we're up to. We did the first couple of chapters where we got introduced to the character. We left on a mission, and our mission was to go to, my God, Polis. And there was a spike, and we got screwed. We were unable to get to Polis, so now we are adventuring with this other guy who wants to go to a town pretty close to Polis, and as a payment for escorting this guy, we get his AK-47. Why, I don't know. I don't need it. Also, we're currently in a market, and we just left, and now we're heading to the surface for the first time in the game. We are seeing, well, technically for the second time, because if you watch the prequel, we got to see we saw the surface for a little bit, but now for the first time before that, we are heading to the surface. Metro and FPS, or more of it's a FPS. It's mostly FPS. But it's a very immersive FPS, DN, because originally it was a PC game.
And no, Terry, I don't have any opinion on Spider-Man Dead No More. It's
just what it is.
I was just about to say, he took the words right out.
Mike Grell wrote Green Arrow. His run was under Mature Reader imprint, which predates Vertigo. Yeah, it kind of sounds like Vertigo. Could I say it's a mix? No. Maybe. I don't know.
Oh, okay. I thought you guys were playing Metroid, so when I heard you were in the market, I was like...
No, Metro. No Metroid yet. DN, I think, made the same mistake.
Yeah.
Yes. More like Resistance than Call of Duty. It's not a Call of Duty game whatsoever. There's no multiplayer for it. Even Last Light had no multiplayer. It's Homefront, Resistance. Oh, God, what's the other game? Red Faction before it got really crazy.
Oh, really? Crazy really fast.
Stuff like that. Yeah, it's kind of like a Hardcore Henry. Yeah, we'll go with that.
Oh, one person told me about Hardcore Henry at my job today. Oh, man, that movie. Wow.
That good, huh?
The first person thing. Dude, anything first person movie would be truly amazing if they did it right. And, oh, man, I got to see it. When it comes out on DVD, we have got to buy it, because I mean that's the smart person that knows what he's talking about. He's not the one with the Red Hood thing. He's just wow.
Okay. Black Critic guy ripped Hardcore Henry apart in his review. I haven't seen it, so I can't defend or not defend it. Speaking of first person shooter games, any opinion on very underrated game called Singularity? We have Singularity. We haven't played it yet. Maybe we will. Not the point of view topic, not the POV topic again. What's POV?
The Hardcore Henry first person.
No, I haven't seen it, so there's no. Don't worry.
It was just describing me what the movie was about. I want to see it though.
I would probably feel disoriented. I would want to play it more than to watch it, if that makes any sense.
Yeah,
makes sense, right?
It's like they're giving you a preview of what the Oculus Rift thing is going to be.
Oculus Rift.
Yeah, the Oculus Rift. It's giving you the feeling of what to expect, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. It's just bad, shaky camera because there's no way you can keep it straight if you have it on top of a guy's head.
Yeah.
All right. It's 10:45, guys. What we're going to do is we're going to end this live show and the next one will begin. But for those of you that won't be moving over to the next live show, thank you guys so much for being here with us on Dark Avenger Live. This is the show that we do for you guys each and every Friday to talk with you guys and have fun talking in the comments, talking about topics that you guys want to talk about. And we usually do post shows on this show for you guys to enjoy. I need to nap for 3 hours. My back is sore, killing me. Like, oh, that sucks, Alan. All right, so we will be starting the show up. Give me 5 minutes because I've got to take the mic. I've got to attach it to the PlayStation. I've got to get this working. I'll be doing an intro for it probably in like a minute or two, but we won't start playing until I can have the chat set up.
So where will you stream the game?
It's going to be streamed right on YouTube. You're going to see another live show right after this one. So for those of you that aren't going to make it, have a good night. Alan, go get some rest. Go rest for 3 hours. You can always watch this show post live and relax. Or if you want to stick around and just watch it while you're relaxing, you can do that too. It's understandable if you can't comment and you just want to watch. So, guys, thank you so much for being here with us. Links in the description below. We love you guys, and we will see you guys really soon in the next video, or we'll see you guys in another 5 minutes. If you are watching this post live, the video for Metro 2033 will be up. Part 2 will be up on Frontline Gaming Zone. Part 2. It will be the walkthrough part 2. So if you want to see the gameplay, it will be part 2 on Frontline Gaming Zone. You'll have a chance to check out part 1. Take care, everybody, and we'll see you guys real soon.
Later, everyone.